Welcome everybody, this is Rebecca Gabrielle. Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel, Living with Spice. We're here today to do a weekly card reading for Sagittarius for the week of the 30th of March through to the 5th of April. So if you are a Sagittarius with a Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, this reading is for you. And if it resonates with you, then I encourage you to please like or subscribe to my channel. That would be amazing. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to begin your reading and see what Spirit has to let us know in terms of your energy for this week. So we're asking Spirit to please let Sagittarius know what is the energy, the underlying theme and energy for this week coming for Sagittarius. What advice have you got for us for the energies of this week? The Sagittarius. Okay, the first one that's come out is the Four of Swords, followed by the Justice card, and then followed by the Five of Swords. Sagittarius. Okay, so in this week there's a few things that are playing on your mind, and certainly you are wanting to get some recovery, some stability in your life at the moment, but you are worried about a few things and it's kind of draining your energy a little bit. And so you're recognizing that getting some rest is the best thing for you in terms of balancing your energy and making sure that you're coming from a space that enables you to make good decisions and to have clarity. So you may be finding that at different times during the week you're needing to just sort of rest, have a little snooze, re-get your energy, balance it with, if you've been in your head a lot and you've tried to problem solve a lot of things, balance that out by doing something physical or something that you enjoy, like a hobby, because you're feeling the need to give yourself a little bit of a mental break. And that's a good thing. To have some self-awareness around looking after yourself, Sagittarius, is really important. So if you're feeling the need to rest, then that's what you need to do. You need to have some quiet time to regather your energy because, let's face it, as a fire sign, when we haven't had our meal or we haven't had our rest, Sagittarius, you do get rather cranky and hot under the collar. And so, it's a good thing to recognise when you've got to fill up your reserves by resting. So, yes, that's something to keep in mind. Now, we've got the Justice card here, and it would seem that a situation is coming up where there's a need to be fair or to see a situation from a sense of fairness, what is right for everybody, what is the greater good for everybody, what is the right decision to make. So it may be that something comes up for you this week where you need to make a choice, and it may be between what you want to do and what you should do. And so it's important that you weigh up the pros and cons here before you make your decision. And then to do the right thing, because of course when we don't, it comes back, it becomes a backfire, it comes back to haunt us. And so, in case you are deliberate on the side of caution and do what you know is the right thing to do in this circumstance. So it will be a little bit of a test for you. Let me see. It may also be about a situation, are other people doing the right thing as well? So are people making the right decisions? So I think you're really looking at things in your world for yourself and for others from the perspective of what is the right thing to do. And that, of course, may very much tie into the fact that we're all being given restrictions on how we manage our health and well-being and how we are interacting with others. And so because of this coronavirus thing, so it may be that you have a very strong sense of justice of what is the right thing to do. And so your focus is very much around that at the moment. So fair enough. That's what's important to you. And of course, I just reiterate that if it's in terms of you needing to reevaluate your choice, then of course the best thing is to make sure you err on the side of caution and do the right thing in terms of your choices. And then we've got the Five of Swords here. So it's indicating that there's a lot of things, a lot of decisions that you need to make this week. There's a lot of problem solving going on. So there's a few challenges, there's a few things you need to get sorted, and that's probably why you're feeling quite exhausted and that you need to rest, to reevaluate everything. But when you do rest, it puts you in a better frame of mind to be able to handle the challenges and the problems. And that way you can be a little bit more systematic about dealing with things one thing at a time in order to make the right decision. So yeah, there's a lot of, we can see a pattern here how there's decisions that need to be made this week. Resting, so you've got clear head, making the right choices and looking at the problems ahead of you in a very logical, practical way so you can deal with them one at a time. You know, as this person in the card here, yes, it's a challenge represented by the uphill, but the problems are one at a time. So when you tackle things one at a time, you are able to handle everything. These swords are not all bunched up, and so that's the guidance in how to approach the situation this week, from a sense of fairness, doing things logically and making sure you're taking care of your energy so you're in the best frame of mind to make good decisions this week. All right, let's see what other cards come up to help support you this week, Sagittarius, in terms of what's going on in your physical world and your emotional world. Oh, interesting. There we go, by the book. And what else, Spirit, do you have for Sagittarius this week in terms of decision making? I'm going to redo that because I just want to have two cards. We'd like to have two cards, Spirit, for Sagittarius this week. Let's see if anything else is going to pop out. 1, 2. Okay, thank you. All right, so we have, lovely. Okay, great. All right. This is fitting very nicely. So this is just another confirmation of the way you need to approach your week this week, Sagittarius, and that is by the book. It's looking at your situation and doing one thing at a time in order to stay in the right frame of mind and to get through the week and to do the right thing. It really is taking a logical and pragmatic approach to your week. And it says here, by the book, so sticking to the rules, doing what's right and what's fair, and doing things one thing at a time in a sequential order. And you're going to get this, you're going to manage this week beautifully when you take that approach. I love that. We have the loyal card, the loyal heart card here. This is beautiful. This is signaling that there's a special person in your life that you feel very connected to. You're kind of mirroring each other's energy somewhat here, and there's beautiful support here. And, you know, loyalty is one of your highest values, Sagittarius. You know, you do things very passionately, but you're a very fair person, and you really do care about the people in your life. You're very tuned into the people in your life. And this card is not only a reflection of your energy and your focus and the way you relate to people, it's also telling you that the special person in your life feels the same way, that you're getting a mirror of the energy that you're putting out, you're getting back. And so it's a lovely confirmation that there is support in your life. So even if there are decisions that need to be made and challenges that you're going through, just know that you've got the support there for you. So as much as you give, you are also receiving, and that's a beautiful confirmation for you, Sagittarius. You are not alone in this. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And, you know, it really is when we acknowledge that and we take time out to give acknowledgement to that, it certainly is the key to our stability and to our happiness in life. That's beautiful. And another card to sort of reiterate that now is the time, while we've got, you know, a change in our circumstances, and clearly there are changes happening here, now is a really good time to clean everything up. And that means reevaluating your situation. Now, it could be physical cleaning up where you're feeling like, okay, well, I can't control some things in my life, but I can certainly control my environment. So you may be having a really good clean of your home while you've got the time, i.e. you're not in the office, which is great. So that gives you a sense of control of your environment. It also helps to give you clarity. When you clear your space, you clear your mind, and that way you feel quite self-empowered. So it's the good old Sagittarius fire energy here also is giving you that impetus and that drive to get busy and clean things up. So you really got a very systematic approach to your week, Sagittarius. You buy the book, What's Fair and Just, tackling the problems one thing at a time, cleaning up your environment. You're on fire. You are making the most of this situation, of these changes, and you're using your time really well. Cleaning it up can also mean attending to the things that you have let get messy in your life. Are there any loose ends, Sagittarius? Are there things that you haven't finished? Any projects, phone calls, the little things that have been in the back of your mind that you know you have to attend to? Now is the time to do it. What areas in your life, Sagittarius, do you need to clean up? This is the perfect time for doing it. You're in the right headspace. This is a great thing to pay attention to. So keep the balance of what's going on here. Rest as you need to, because I think you're having such a beautiful pragmatic approach to your week. And finally, let's see what other messages does Spirit have for us in terms of our relationships and what we can expect going forward for the 30th of March through to the 5th of April. For Sagittarius, thank you. Okay, we've got a bit of a mixture here going on. So Sagittarius, we have the energy of true love here. I think, Sagittarius, all of this beautiful organising of your life and tackling the challenges, as well as recognising, the love and value in your life and getting things in order, this is helping you to clear the way to see your true value. This is what is meant by true love, okay? This is you having time to see your true worth. As you look into the mirror here, you're seeing the real you, and perhaps you've not done that for a while, and for whatever reason, in this week you've had some time and space, in this process of having to tackle things pragmatically and doing the cleanup, you've suddenly realised, hey, I see some really positive qualities about myself, and I didn't take the time to see that before. So well done you, Sagittarius. You're seeing the value of yourself, and that is beautiful. Hang on to that, because there are times where I know, Sagittarius, that you get a little bit too in your head and a little down and out. But this is really, this is beautiful that you are recognising, hey, I'm really good at this and I'm really good at that, and I love it when I'm doing the things that I love to do. It inspires you and it fills you up with energy. That's beautiful. And as a result, it raises your vibration and gives you beautiful success. You are going to attract abundance, you are going to attract happy times and a sense of fulfillment when you do the right things, when you tackle what needs to be tackled, clean up what needs to be cleaned up. You value yourself and you bring beautiful energy to attract abundance into your life. I love it. It sort of feels that your whole world is opened up and you've got this real sense of, I can do this. And when you're on fire, Sagittarius, you really are an incredible manifester. So this is great. This is very exciting energy for you, Sagittarius. I'm loving it. So don't be deterred by, the beginnings of the week when you feel like you've got a lot of things going on, because it ends up really beautifully. And you know that you have the ability to set the world on fire when you step into that, powerful energy that you have. So, be careful not to revisit this, this mindset of lack, a consciousness around lack. And look, it's Easy to slip into this, especially when a lot of us are being financially affected at the moment because of the coronavirus and people losing their jobs and just being worried about job security. And sometimes for other reasons, there may be things that we just dive a little bit too into the dark and worry about stuff. Try to stay away from this energy. These are two opposite energies here. We know what it feels like to feel like this as opposed to that. And I know that you can go either way. You are a very passionate person, Sagittarius, and so there'll be moments when you're full of fire and you can set the world on fire, and then there are other times where it's a bit doom and gloom here. But hey, we're going to roll with the punches here, Sagittarius. You know yourself very well, so do what you need to do to get into this energy of loving yourself and valuing yourself. And certainly when you decide to take control of matters that you know you can deal with, that are within your control, like the cleaning it up and doing things by the book, that's what builds this beautiful energy. This is the only card here that kind of reminds you what happens when you don't step into that energy. When we go into this mindset of lack, oh my goodness, we can really give ourselves a lot of pain. Now, there's a massive big heart here, and so I'm kind of thinking too that for some of you, Sagittarius, there's maybe a little bit of pain in the heart here around something. But let's not forget that you do have a very special person in your life that is reminding you of the beautiful, loyal, loving support that you have. So if you're, going down this pathway for some reason, that's an illusion. This is what is real in your life, okay? Let's not get stuck in that energy. And I think Spirit is just giving you this as a reminder. All of these cards are incredibly positive. They're showing you what you need to do to be in great energy to get things done, where your focus needs to be in terms of making good, honourable decisions. That puts you in a beautiful space. And certainly we want to stay away from that. So that is your reading, Sagittarius, for this week coming. It's a beautiful read, and I wish you lots of love and blessings, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.